Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
All right, Alana, we are reaching the end of the week already, so folks are keeping an eye to the sky for weekend plans, but we're seeing that dip continue, huh?
We are. I RSVP'd for Friday.
Okay.
I'm coming. I'm going to be here. And
I'll be here too, just probably at a football field.
Perfect. And you know what? Tomorrow's going to feel like football weather because we were below average today, and we hold on to these fall feels and these cooler temperatures as we close out our work week. Wanted to show you that view from southern Utah earlier in the evening. We had cloud cover and a little bit of haze. Temperatures dropped in southern Utah. Our Black Desert Sky Cam kind of shows that today by a few degrees. Right now, we've watched those northwest winds relax a little bit. Live view from the ABC4 studios. It's 62 degrees. It's going to be a crisp, cool start to your Friday, and it's due to this upper level low. This is going to exit the region as we head into our Friday, but it's brought in drier conditions and noticeably cooler air throughout the entire Beehive state. We start a warming trend tomorrow, but it will take a day before we get back to where we should be. We've got 50s already, low 50s in Cache Valley, 58 in Ogden, 60s in Vernal, 50s on the I-15 corridor. It's 80 degrees in St. George right now. A cooler overnight expected with some patchy frost for some. We've got to give you that heads up. We're talking about that warning. Our 24-hour temperature change kind of tells the story. The front has exited, and you look at some of these numbers. As I mentioned, we were 90 degrees for the high yesterday. Today, we barely made it to 70. Right now, we're 20 degrees cooler than where we were at this time yesterday. So that cold front came in and really meant business. Park City Mountain showing upper level smoke. I wanted to show you this time-lapse video because we had those thick plumes of smoke yesterday, and they didn't come to fruition today in the valley, but you notice the smoke on the move. As we take a look at our Futurecast model, this shows surface and upper level smoke. Now on the surface, we had mixing winds with our northwest flow, as well as cooler and wetter environments. That helped clear out our valleys, but we still had that thick smoke on the eastern and southern portion of the state. And tonight, there's smoke in and over the Salt Lake Valley, but not as thick as we were seeing in the valleys yesterday. As we put this into motion, you're going to notice that hazy conditions will hold on. We get a little more smoke into southern Utah by tomorrow afternoon. But while we were breathing easier in our valleys, we know that upper level and upper atmosphere smoke was still out there today. The thickest smoke pushed to eastern Utah. Tomorrow, air quality will hit the moderate category with elevated particulate matter. Now we move on to the drought monitor. It's Thursday. We get into our new graphics. Got an email from a viewer, and I thought it was really, really insightful because you're going to look at these numbers and they add up to more than 100%. So the only two numbers that will actually make 100% is no drought and dry. We need to be abnormally dry to escalate on the drought monitor, so an area can be in two different categories, three different categories at one time. That's what's happening with the moderate drought, 9.5% in the West Desert and southwestern corner of the state. Those are also counted in the abnormally dry category, which is why this number exceeds 100% when you add it up. This hasn't changed since last week. We haven't seen much movement on the drought scale, and that moderate drought has stayed the same right around 9.5%. Thank you to Ted for sharing his insight with us. As we look at the Futurecast here, you're going to notice that high pressure taking over and moving in. We have low-level cool air for our Friday, keeping us below average, and then mild for the weekend. We see this enhanced southerly flow, the chance of some spotty moisture by Sunday. It's possible. The enhanced southerly flow would be ahead of our next storm system, which looks right now like it could move in and perform. Here we are into Monday, the eastern side of the state, with the potential for those storms and some scattered showers. But before we jump into next week, we've got to get through the weekend. Jordan said everybody's planning, and I agree. You've got to bundle up into tonight. Wasatch back underneath that freeze warning, looking at those temperatures in the 30s. Heaper could get down to 32. Just know it's going to be a cold one, but we're going to warm up. This is the time of year where the temperature swing during the day really surprises you at times because we could get 30 degrees above that into tomorrow. 70s expected with those daytime highs, 80s in Moab, 92 in St. George. Now, as we take a look at the 7-day here, it shows you that incoming possibility of a storm system on Monday that could bring scattered thunderstorms on Monday to southern Utah and another shot of Cooler air dropping St. George to the 80s. Now that's nice golf weather. As you look at the Wasatch Front, 70s turn to 80s with mild temperatures for your weekend. Active skies with the potential of wet weather next week. And then another cold front right now looks to impact us Monday into Tuesday. Highs in the upper 60s. Well, let's not go too far, Mother Nature. I'm a 70s kind of gal. I really like where we were today.
Man, 60s. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I never thought when I moved here I'd ever see 60s after how hot it's been.
It's been a summer, but in February you'll be like,
I can't wait to learn. Show me the way, guys. Show me the way.
Good luck with all that.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, we got a lot to talk about here in sports.